What is up, YouTube? Oh, let me take the Falcons head up. What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing tonight? If you over here from Friday Night Madness, this is Friday Night Jackpot with Carlo and Tyrone. It's your host Tyrone. How you guys doing tonight? Um, these are my three games of the week. What's going on, Cade? How you doing tonight? I have three games of the week. I give you my betting lines, I give you the over under, and I give you Marquise knows, and I go over the games on Saturday. Um, how's it going? Wait, hey, what's going on, Vlad? How you doing? So Friday Night Jackpot. Mike has to say Mike likes to say I have a gambling addiction. Basically, I look at betting lines for the week. And which ones? My three games I'm always gonna watch. So for college football in general this week, Coastal played Arkansas and beat the life out of them 52-20. Cincinnati beat the life out of Dwayne Mathis today 52-3. Arizona State's up 21-7 on Stanford. Maryland is at Ohio State. Oklahoma plays Texas. Of course, you know they're playing the Cotton Bowl this week. At Red River, you're playing at the Texas, Texas, I guess the state fair or something like that. Um, Vandy is playing Florida. That should be a win for Florida. Arkansas plays Mississippi. Of course, you should know that game. Michigan State plays Rutgers. Boise plays BYU. That's gonna be a good game. That's not one of my three, but that's gonna be a great game. Wake Forest plays Syracuse. SMU plays Navy. The oldest rivalry of them all, Georgia and Auburn. Penn State at Iowa. Nebraska at Michigan. Michigan and Nebraska. LSU at Kentucky. I think Kentucky's gonna win that game by a lot. Notre Dame plays Virginia Tech. That's gonna be Notre Dame shit. That should be a bounce back game for Notre Dame. Alabama's gonna kill A&M, and San Diego State plays New Mexico. So we don't have a lot of late night games next week. But my three games to watch. It's weird because if you're here, I usually do a 1:00 game, I do a 3:00 game, I do a late night game. This week is a little bit different. Okay, yeah, definitely, yeah, okay. This week's a little bit different. We don't the 12:00 game, of course, is gonna be Oklahoma and Texas, but my afternoon games. So Georgia and Auburn play at 3:30, and then Penn State at Iowa plays at 4. They start at 4. I usually do a 1-3, but I can't say that. I can't be like, if Auburn scores touchdown, they should storm the field. I want you, if you want to go back and hear from an Auburn perspective, Drew Mack from College of Magnolia was on my show yesterday. And he did it. We talked about Auburn for a minute, and he was like, "Yeah, man, this is gonna be an ugly game." He said they should play us harder though, which I don't believe. If I have to throw a 7:00 game in there, I guess I'll throw in Michigan and Nebraska. But I just don't see that. I don't see Michigan and Nebraska really being a close game. But getting into the 12:00 game, which is Oklahoma versus Texas. Oklahoma is in the spread. They are a 3.5-point favorite. The total over under is 63.5, and the money line is -160. So actually, which is weird. They have the opposite, which is weird because the money line is plus 140 for Texas. I don't know, man. So we're gonna go. I gave you my betting slip on this one. I think Oklahoma covers the spread. I think Oklahoma. Really and truly, I think Texas can pull this game out. I know that sounds crazy, but I think Texas at a point with their running game and all of that. I think they really do pull it out. In your opinion, Cincinnati looked crazy good tonight. I'm not gonna lie, Cincinnati looked amazing, and I was surprised how good they looked. They in Georgia, Dwayne Mathis went to Temple. They beat him to a pulp. He couldn't do anything. Arizona State is impressing me right now, which is I wasn't. Oh wow, he dropped it. Yeah, Arizona State is impressing me right now. This has been a great game. I think it's UJ versus UJ for the Natty. No bias. UGA is the thing about it. It's UGA. Yeah, like you said, it's UJ versus UGA. 2016 was like that. It was UJ versus UGA, and UGA failed. So I think Texas can pull this game out. So if I go into the odds, I can see Texas covering the spread. I'm taking the 63 and a half. I'll take the over. I don't know. It just depends because Oklahoma is like anemic on offense sometimes, and it gets on my nerves because I want them to take I want to take that 63 and a half. I really do, and I want to take the over on it, but I just don't know. Uh, UGA has to fight themselves, Ultra Shadow. UGA can't we can't shoot ourselves in the foot, basically. Like you just like it's always a way UGA would just beat UGA. Like mind you, when we play Alabama, we just beat ourselves. Like we should have won that game. So it's certain games like it you had UGA this year. We have to literally like we have to shoot you the way you beat us if we shoot ourselves in the foot. That's the only way you beat UGA this year. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas wins tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying, Mark. That's why I want to go. I want to say Texas covers the spread. Um, there's an alternate spread where the highest is Texas plus 9. I'm not gonna go that high. I wouldn't go that high if there's some where Texas is the favorite too. Um, but yeah, I think my highest I would go to cover the spread. I think you go plus. I'll say plus 7. I'll say they win by a touchdown. Um, yeah, I was saying that. Yeah. Better line than bad, but I still think UGA. UGA is gonna kill Tennessee. Um, how the hell is Oklahoma 60? Bro, Oklahoma's gonna stay at 6, bro. I'm sorry, y'all, but I want to say something. You were you in here? I think you were in here to press. I think you were in here when I did. I think Marquise was in here last week too when I did my top 4, and I got it right, which was really surprised. I didn't know they were going to do it, but they did what I thought they were going to do, and now we have 2 SEC teams and 2 Big Ten teams in the top 20 in the top 4. So, um, Oklahoma's been a bunch of bro. Oklahoma fans were trying to say Clemson was going to beat us and all of that. Like it Oklahoma hasn't beat Georgia. I hate that they're coming to the SEC. I really hope they put Oklahoma in the East. I hope they do. I know that everybody's saying they should put Texas. Texas should be in the. You breed NFL starters, okay? Like Georgia doesn't have multiple NFL starters in. We have y'all had a starter in every Super Bowl in the last 50 years? I don't think so. I think it's 50. It's like 30. Is it? What is it now? What's the? If anybody knows the streak, I think it's close to 40 years now. Georgia's had somebody start or play in the Super Bowl. So um, but yeah. So what I say is, my bet. Okay, I'll give you the slip. I know you're going. If you, I wouldn't say go. I'm like I always say, don't take my word for it. Um, plus 7 Texas. This is my high bet. My high bet is plus 7 Texas over 63 and a half. And the money line, of course, and you go with the over. You take Texas in the money line as well with the plus 140. You take Texas to win. You smoking crack. If you think that's gonna happen. My low bet. This is my if you just want to be safe type bet, you go spread. You take spread. You take spread Oklahoma total under, and then you take Oklahoma on the money line. That's my safe bet. I put it like that's the safe one. But if you really want to feel risky, you like I say, you take the plus 7 over, and then the plus 40 on Texas. That's my throw out. That's my high betting line. Then you get into my next game. Iowa, it's really Georgia and Auburn, but I'll start with Iowa. Penn State at Iowa. Iowa has the second best defense in the country compared to Georgia. Which is wild to say. So the spread is only 1.5 for Iowa. The total over under is 40, and the money line is for Iowa is minus 130 and it's plus 110 for Oklahoma. I mean not Oklahoma for Penn State. I'm taking really and truly. I'm taking Iowa this game. I'm taking Iowa. I'm taking the total. I'm taking the under. And I'm taking Iowa. Yeah, I'm just taking Iowa all around. Um, yeah, I think Cincy gets top four, and then what Cincy did tonight impressed me. I think they can get top four, which is really crazy. They impressed me though. And then we get into Georgia at Auburn. This is gonna be my big bet of the night. Um, I would be, and it won't surprise me. Yeah, it won't surprise me at all. I think they beat them by like Jesus. I think it's gonna be a blowout of a match. I don't want to pick the blowout though. I want to just take the my big. Okay, I'll give you my big bet. Iowa. I think they have one. Yeah, they don't even have a. Yeah, they don't even have an alternate where Iowa's a big. They got an Iowa plus. Well, actually, yes, they do. They have an Iowa 7.5 spread. I think you take the. I think I would take the Iowa 7.5 spread. Because it's Iowa, and I think their defense is gonna kill. Um, I think they're gonna kill. I think Iowa's defense is gonna kill Penn State's offense. So I that's what I think. Should be it's gonna be a fun day, man. I went through some of the games. Auburn fans should roll Toomer's corner and storm the field. They score a touchdown. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. If they score a touchdown, I would be. I can't see them scoring a touchdown. But so this is the Georgia's a 14.5 point favorite. We're over under is 46. And Jesus, Georgia's a minus 720 on the money line. So that's how much they really think Georgia's gonna win this game. Um, the highest you can go is Georgia 18.5, which is crazy. Which is a plus 140. I'm look at me. Um, look at me. Take the 18.5. I'm telling you. Take the 18.5. You look me in my eyes. Take the 18.5. They're gonna cover it. They're gonna cover that spread easily. I don't even think it's a close game. Take the 18.5. And I know everybody's talking about Georgia's offense doesn't look. Take the 18.5. Please. And this is coming from your big Georgia fan. Um, I'm not a UGA fan, just giving the credit. Like I said, man, take the 18.5. If you don't feel safe taking the 18.5, take the 15. Take the 15 or the 15.5. Those are the two Georgia's not gonna let them score. I don't think Georgia lets them score a point. So they're gonna spread. I take the under on all. I think I took the under versus Arkansas last week. We only scored 37. They didn't score, so I'll take the under. Of course you take the Georgia money line. You're not gonna make no money off of it, of course, but you can take the Georgia money line really and truly. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot. I mean, if there's some alternate bets you can go for. Um, you can bet the team total. Wow. You can bet the team total for Georgia's over or under 30.5. That's where they're putting the team totals at for Georgia's 30.5. Auburn team total is 15.5. I would bet the under on that. You can bet on the Georgia. I'm trying to see. Yeah, the spread. You can bet the spread in the first half. You can bet 13. I think you take the Georgia 10.5 going in the half. The first half spread. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Like some of these other games, these other bets you can look at. Sean Clifford passing touchdowns. I think he goes over 1.5. Yeah, it's some betting line. If I use DraftKings, so if you want to go on Sportsbook, DraftKings, go look on there with some of these games. I'm just giving you these three games I'm looking at. I'm probably gonna watch all of them. Get into a little bit of the other games. Like Markeith asked me, is there any what's going on, Antonio? How you doing tonight? I haven't seen you in a while. How you been, bro? How you been? Have you seen? I'm about to look. I'm about to look and see what we got. Let me see. Let me see. I just had it pulled up. I don't see any games really. I'm not gonna be surprised. Boise State. I can see Boise State trying to almost pull an upset. Um, I don't see the Lobos pulling an upset. As much as I want to say A&M just pulls them miraculous out. They don't have a quarterback. Michigan at Nebraska, I don't think so. Syracuse, there. Wake Forest is at Syracuse, and we know that crowd can be rocking. So maybe. Rutgers isn't meeting Michigan State. Yeah, so my pick of an upset tomorrow, and I love BYU. If you know me, I love BYU. Um, I gotta go Boise State. I think Boise State has a chance. They always have a chance to pull the miraculous out, and I love BYU. I want to see BYU go undefeated. We all know that this will end because Georgia sports curse is cursed. UJ blood 20. I would hate, man. I would hate it. Oh, I would hate it. I would throw up. Alabama because I'm going there and my family goes to the games also. But second closest team is Tennessee. You say I think who's your team? Yeah. I know that's odd, but this is how it crumbles. Yeah, like my mom is a Florida fan, so I just came out the womb being a Georgia fan. Um, so of course we did top 25. I did my top 25. I got them right. That's just crazy. If you were in here last week, I got my top 25 right. I got my top. I think I might have got my top 10 right. Yeah, I think I said, hey, I think I got my top 10 right. If you want to go back and fact check me, yeah, it really is. My mom, like SEC passion is really unreal. So for me to be turned into a Georgia fan, it's because I grew up in Georgia. I don't think I was ever going to be a Florida fan. I kind of sort of chose the home team. I grew up with Matthew Stafford and Noshawn Marino. How can you not like that team growing up? Like, I was just a team you love, and I've always loved SEC football. If you notice, like I'm never gonna pick against I'm never gonna pick against the SEC. I don't care who they're playing. And last year, Florida would have won the Cotton Bowl last year if they would have played. Yeah, Slit of the Braid. Yeah, that game annoyed me. We had some chances to score a lot in that game, and we didn't. Again to the standings this week. Let me go to standings. Houston is on the top. Well, Houston and Cincy are at the top of the conference. The AAC. That should be good. That game, I don't know when they play, but that game should be amazing because Houston looks good too. Did they not play? They should play this year. I don't think they play. They might meet in the championship game, I guess, because I don't see them meeting they don't meet in the regular season. But that should be a great game. The ACC Atlantic, Wake is crazy. Wake Forest and Pittsburgh are the two leaders in the ACC. ACC's not making the bowl. ACC's not making the what's his name. Yeah, Houston's gonna get top 25. Houston's gonna be top 25. Yeah, I can say it. Houston will be top 25 this year. That's why I say that game versus Cincy is gonna be really good because Houston looks great. I mean, they beat Tulane last night, and I was like, that game it was good. It's just crazy. That's a flag. All of those games were last night's game was really good with the Houston and Tulane. That game was really good. Big Ten has the best conference this year. Iowa, Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State. I don't think. Let me put it like this: the teams out of that list that can make it is Iowa and Michigan. I think Penn State's going to drop. They're going to lose this week, and I think Michigan. It's going to be an Iowa versus Michigan. So if I go to standings, let me go Big Ten. We could see really and truly, Michigan. I mean, they got Ohio State has to win out. Atlanta has. I mean, not Atlanta. Ohio State has to win out. Which I would love them to. I want to see Ohio State win out, but I want to see Michigan beat them at the end. I want to see Ohio State win the rest of their games and then get Michigan and then just lose. That would be this that would just ease my soul a lot, just to see Michigan beat them finally. And I think Michigan can beat Michigan State. And it's the same thing for the Big Ten West. Iowa's gonna win out. There's not a tough team left on Iowa's schedule. Iowa's gonna win out. Michigan has to miss the Big Ten East is really gonna is what really is what's gonna be the team you really want to see who's gonna win. Because now you have Penn State, Michigan, and Michigan State, which Michigan State, they still have to play. They go Rutgers, Indiana. They get the week off, then they play for the little, I can't think of the trophy name, but they play Michigan State. And that game, if I look at Michigan's schedule, that game might be a top 10. It's gonna be a top 10 game. Yeah. Michigan might be number 5. Really and truly. Which is crazy. Which is really crazy. What's going on, Hawks fan? How you doing tonight? The president, SEC may not be 100% all the time in terms of stats, but the fact, yeah, SEC football is fun, bro. SEC football is probably the funnest football you can watch. But yeah, Michigan. If Michigan wins out, let's be honest. If Michigan we get to a week. What a week would that be? Because they get this week, then they get 2 bye weeks back to back. I think. Yeah. No, they don't. They play the 23rd. They play the 30th. So Michigan's getting a fresh Michigan State team because Michigan State's bye week is that week. Okay, so the 30th is going to be a big weekend because Georgia plays Florida that weekend too. 2 and 9. They get next week off. Then they go to North. They play Northwestern at home. Then they play at Michigan State on the 30th. So my thing is about that is that Michigan, the whole Michigan State, I think Michigan State versus Michigan, that's going to be a top 10 game because Michigan's going to win. They're going to beat Nebraska. They're going to beat Northwestern. You go to AP, you have Oregon, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Cincy, Penn State, and Iowa. And that's like top. I'll go 3 to 7, 3 to 8 because they're at 9. They went out. They can jump. So if Penn State loses, they can jump to 5. I can see Michigan jumping to 5 in the next couple of weeks, especially if they keep winning. And then Michigan State keeps winning. They might be 7. They might be 6, 7. So we might have like a 5-7. So I don't know. That's the only thing. That's the crazy part about that is that you have to really see. You just have to see it. But I think we all went out. I think they went out. I think Michigan, and you get a top 5 game, which is gonna be fun. Top 10 game. You're gonna get another top because you're gonna get a top 10 game that week. That's gonna be fun. Conference USA, Charlotte is winning the East, and UTSA is winning the West. In the Independents, BYU is the only team left that's 5-0. UMass and Connecticut still haven't won a game. Jesus. Mid-American, the MAC football. Western Michigan is winning the MAC West, and then the MAC East is Miami of Ohio, and they're still not that good. Mountain West, Nevada, and Air Force. And then Pac-12. Pac-12 is Oregon State and Arizona State, which is crazy. But there's a strong chance some of these teams I can see it will when we get to November 2nd, which is supposedly the first college football ranking show. It's going to be wild. Georgia and Alabama, of course, are winning the SEC, and then the Sun Belt, Coastal and Louisiana. Another fun game next going to be in the Sun Belt is going to be Coastal versus App State, or really Coastal versus Georgia Southern. Coastal has a tough schedule to end out. They got to play App State next week. They got to play Troy. Then they got to play Southern right after. Then they got to play Georgia State. So they got a tough schedule to end it out. So Sun Belt's going to get shaken up a little bit. But yeah, this has been yeah. I can end it right here. Um, we're gonna do this. We're just gonna end it here, really and truly. Um, Massachusetts because one of those. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna we Marquis. That's gonna be funny. That might be one of the best games. That might be game of the year. I might watch that game. I might try to find a way to watch that game. Um, talk to yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That like Max and football is gonna be fun. Every conference is looking nice. Like I say, by the time we get to the second, we'll see. But like I said, tomorrow night I'm not doing call on Tyrone tomorrow. Um, I will be watching the fight. So I will not be able to come on. I'll be watching the fight somewhere. I got Wilder winning. I'm not definitely not gonna give you no money on that. But I do have Wilder winning. Um, so I will see you guys Sunday, hopefully, for probably Falcons post game, or I might do Carl on Tyrone on Sunday. Just depends. You will get you will get Ben tomorrow. I think Ben should be doing a show after the game tomorrow. Um, Always nice talking to you guys. Um, Basically, we'll get to see who just does it, who just wins the win. Um, but yeah, thank you guys always for coming out. I'll get to see you guys Sunday. Hopefully, I think it'll be Sunday. With that, peace.